I'm going to share a story about my late wife in a moment. But I'd be remiss if I didn't stand here and thank God for saving the life of my daughter a week ago, the surgeons who put her back together, and for Father Andrew and this entire church who had her in their prayers for this past week. I've been a member of this church for 15 years. My faith has always been important to me throughout my life, and it has only strengthened in the face of adversity over the last few years. St. Gregory's has more ministries, I believe, than probably any other 5 churches I've ever seen. It's a commitment to those in need and to those who wish to connect with their spiritual beliefs, in my opinion, is nothing short of exceptional. Now, I'm one of those people that believes that it's really easy for us all to be good to one another. It's really easy for institutions to really shine, and it's really easy for churches to flourish in good times. It's what individuals, institutions, and churches do during stresses of life's journey that I think tends to define us all. So I'd like to briefly, with that in mind, share a very personal story of why I believe St. Gregory's is so special and worthy of our financial support. I had a 23-year love affair with my now late wife, Sharon. The physical part of that relationship ended on July 21, 2018, when she was just at the young age of 53, passing away in our bed in our summer home just outside of Buffalo, New York, cold area. She had been fighting life-threatening diseases for over 12 years. Most people would never have known that she was fighting those diseases, whether she was in a wheelchair or not. The deep love that we shared forever changed my life. The people of St. Gregory's, and especially Father Andrew, helped both Sharon and I through that difficult journey. Sharon felt at peace here at St. Gregory's. She felt connected to God, and she felt close to and connected with the people that make up this great church. Sharon talked a lot about St. Gregory's in the months before she passed into God's kingdom. She also mentioned her love for St. Gregory's in her goodbye letter. 3 months after she passed away, I found a letter in my bedside cabinet, which she had apparently hidden the prior May. Now, for those of you who might have known Sharon, I'd like to think that the reason she hid it was because just in case she was wrong about returning to Florida, she could go retrieve it. For those of you who knew her, that would have been just like her. In that letter, in addition to the many loving and unselfish things that she shared privately with me, she mentioned how important St. Gregory's and Father Andrew were to her, and her ability to accept at a young age God's plan for her to be called home to his kingdom. St. Gregory's, and especially Father Andrew, made a difference to each one of us. One could not ask for more support than this church gave to Sharon and myself. St. Gregory's made a difference in our lives, just as I suspect it is making a difference in your lives. As a result, I'm going to be a contributor to this church for the rest of my life. And I hope and pray that we can all find a way to share our heartfelt stories, not to just explain why we're members of St. Gregory's, but to help others understand why this church should be the benefactor